Test, 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 test. Happy July, traders. Happy July. How are you guys doing? It has been, whew, 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 whew. This market, watching WETO right now. WETO just taking on off. Yesterday was brutal. Yeah, for me at least. Got a new rule I'm going to apply to the account, and that is going back to the old ways. I'm pretty much going to be avoiding the low float tickers in general. If I was reviewing the chart, if I eliminate the low float tickers from my chart, this is what my chart looks like. If I involve the low float tickers, this is what my chart looks like. Woo. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. Yeah, there's high risk, high reward. I'm not going to blame the low float tickers entirely. I think that I get a little loosey-goosey on them. And so, personally, I tend to break rules a little easier on the lower float plays. Looking at the chart, the chart speaks for itself, right? So, I'm going to be eliminating the low float tickers. I'll still be watching them and commentating. But I don't know. I started slowly getting back into trading the low floats, and it just hasn't been working out for me. Of course, for the $1 million challenge, it worked out well. But, that's just essentially luck, going all in on one that comes out with an offering. Could it very easily squeezed up just like the BMNR yesterday. So low float, how low am I going to avoid? I think the obvious ones I'm avoiding, I'm not going to say 5 million, 6 million, 10 million. It's going to be just the ones that are clearly, obviously pump names. I'm just going to avoid them. I mean, you got to have these kind of rules on the account. Yeah, Eval, low float, big news, high short interest. These rules save the accounts, and I'm a little disappointed with myself in involving myself in those names. Yeah, here we are, James. I mean, that's what I'm talking about right now. Doing things I know not to do and doing the same thing. Blew another account doing everything I know not to do. Yeah, that's what we do. Well, it's trading does that. Kind of, you slowly get into tilt mode, and then you start trading your emotions. You might not start the day trading the emotions, but the day progresses, the culmination over things happening, top ticking. A lot of things going on that result in the emotions taking over, and then a lot of times, like I was watching some psychology videos, you'll start sizing up because you want to make your losses back, right? You want to make your losses back, so we then size up on trades that don't even have much of an edge behind them, right? I noticed myself doing that, and so there's some rules. There's some rules I'm applying. The low floats I'm taking off. I'd like to bring down the max risk. I have a flex, which is $500, which is the $500 max loss on the day. I'd prefer that being less. Just for I know myself, and I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you guys I do. Sometimes I'll get more aggressive when I shouldn't be. Like that to be around 200, 250, because I can pull $300+ days on the 25K account with not that much effort. But the 500, I don't know. I'm not necessarily going to be bringing in 500 daily, so that's going to take multiple days of wins. I need to tell myself not to do that. Silbs and Chase in the building. What's going on? Start of the day, James up 200, lost 300 after sizing up too soon. Now, is that a pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered scenario? You were just wanting more and more. Mr. Fades in the building. Good morning, bandits. Fades, I was going over. I'm avoiding the low floats from here on. Looking at my chart, I'm fine, dude. A 65% win rate I had on that eval. I'm starting over with a new eval because it's during some drawdowns on that. I feel like I feel like I need a fresh start. I'm trading with some emotions that I shouldn't be, so I'm gonna fresh start it today. I don't want to be trading with any emotions. I want to start fresh, start anew. and not go on tilt mode because I know what my chart looks like when I avoid these low float tickers, and that's what I'm going to do regardless if there's profit potential on them. Speaking of low float tickers, Wheato's one of them, 5 point some million. If I do, let's say this, if I do trade a low float ticker, it's gonna be a hangover setup, and it's like a ride or ride out kind of deal. I'm not going to be trading at day one BMNR style because it's too frustrating. These tickers frustrate me endlessly, and even if, let's say, even if I make money on them, I still, it still puts me on tilt on other trades because of the nature of them. All right, let's go through some tickers. Silbs and Chase. Oh, pure. Is this pure in trades? Silbs and Chase. Pure in trades. Oh my god. Pure in trades, isn't it? Dude. Oh my god. Day one. Day one. 10 years ago, man. Wow. I think I just nailed that, right? Pure in trades. It just came back to me. You were around like day one subscriber. Unreal, man. Oh man, dude, taking me back. Good times. Wow, that was a long time ago, man. How are you doing? James, you trade well between 4 and 7 a.m. Yeah. All right, market's about to open up, guys. I'm going to be... I haven't gone over anything. Right now, a couple decent setups that were forming, but I'm going to let the trades come to me. GPUS was a decent head and shoulders. You guys see this on the 5-minute. Decent head and shoulders this morning. Could trade it against the shoulder line, 235, maybe. And, of course, a few others popping up. Market's opening up. Let's see what's going to happen. Let the trades find us. We're going to be flipping through a lot this morning. Yeah, we'll catch up, Purin. That's awesome. Yeah, scaling in too quick as well, Fades. I definitely was doing that. Okay, CORZ is a hangover that I like. Hangover against like 17, 20, 30. I think I'm going to hit that one, CORZ. CORZ hangover against the 17, 30s, 40s. All right. All right, CORZ. Let me see. All right. All right. I got filled 1705 on CORZ. I'm gonna go ahead and set the stop on it. This is a hangover, so single entry, single exit. I need to adjust this. Let me get a 5-minute time frame. There's a lot to look at, guys, so bear with me. Stop is gonna be like 1753, 100 shares, be about $50 risk for. There we go. Why do I have to do this, Fades? I have to change everything over to the other account. Add. Like the level 2, I gotta change over to the other account. The chart. Huh. Okay. Just threw me off for a second. This is what I'm looking at, CRZ. Climbed up on Thursday. Couple days going sideways, 1720-ish to 30 looks pretty good there. Hood's been making a really amazing climb, 80 something to 96. It might gravitate up towards $100. Came out with crypto news. GPUS popping up towards that shoulder line, 230s. Backside plays the first hour. That's not a bad idea at all. Just backside plays the first hour, yeah. You're not avoiding them, but pickier and cautious. Smaller size, like I said, low floats of the bell. Yeah, I think that's smart. That's wise. Good rule in the account. Not necessarily avoiding, but just small size. Yeah, I've been sizing very bad. My sizing has been very poor on some of these. If you size small enough and just don't break your rules. BMNR straight up. Call it BGLC. BGLC looks decent. There's the trend that it was on. Could be a short against that. Again, a low float name there. BGLC. Okay, see what's popping off, guys. CLRO. Clear one, $5 up to 14. CLRO, 560,000 float. See these reel you in. These names, they reel you in. They chew you up and spit you out, and then the weak do not survive because the weak will stay on those names, oversize them, over leverage, blow up. TRNR, wow. This is something MG hit, I'm sure. TRNR, spike up to 12, down to 6. Alright, the CORZ is kind of just going sideways right now. Drop down to 1680. Pulled back. I want to focus, like you said, Fades, on some of the slower backside plays out of the gate, too. GPUS hit 220 and pulled back pretty strong right there. GPUS. I do like GPUS. It's got a very evident head and shoulder pattern. I mean, the risk is clearly 240-ish. PL Planet had some good news this morning and shot up from 6 to 7. BMNR halted up even higher. Shorts are getting killed there. BGLC looking a little heavy. What are you guys focused on here? NFE, energy, couple energy plays popping up. Wheato. Wheato, the little low float play. They came out with news this morning. 100 million equity line of credit from Ripple Strategy. They're going to enable stable coin payments. BGLC, you're looking at that backside. Yeah, that one didn't look bad. Wheato, interesting. I mean, I like the short against all this, but I'm going to avoid it. Going to avoid it. Yeah, BGLC, not bad right there. All right, we're just sniping something out. Gonna snipe something out as it comes to us. LMND 43 up to 47. Lemonade. For some reason, I feel like this name is a high short interest. Yeah, before you get into the trade. Yeah, before you get into the trade, figure out, I'm going to go in with a $2,000 position and then scale it, a fourth, a third. I like that. That is very wise, very smart. Yeah, I want to have no more than 100 risk per trade. I think that gives me a fair shot looking at my chart. Sticking to it's, the hard part. I think avoiding the low floats will really help me stick to it, though. Can actually think in some of these tickers. You're not getting, how many times does it happen on those low float tickers? I take a short and then it just starts squeezing immediately before I can even get my stop out. Okay, ATAI, not terrible. ATAI climbing up a little bit. It's got a lot of pre-market resistance up in the 270s, 80s. I don't mind hitting this name. Taking a look real quick at the chart. Trading higher after the company announced it raised $50 million in a private placement. All right. Chopaholics, BMNR, halt up. Yeah. ATAI up towards 270. It closed at 220. It's not up that much. I'll keep it on watch. My CORZ short is climbing up to the previous close. I really want to see how that one's going to react against 1720. And I may reduce the risk on it. Stop out a little early if that one starts breaking up and over 1720. And here's the chart on it. 1720 has been pretty good. BGLC death candle. Incoming, potentially. It's so slow. I like the name. Again, it would be like... I don't have much luck with these. CLRO, halt down. Nice. Coming up to a lot of pre-market resistance, CLRO. A lot of pre-market resistance and then tapping it. That's what I like to trade. Pops back up to those areas. All right, CLRO. Let me take a look here. Or CRZ, rather. I like these hangovers because it is tight risk. I may hit it again, but I'm going to be monitoring the over-under 1720 pretty carefully. $17.06 average, just 150 on it. I'm going to be monitoring the over-under on the 1720. Slower play, easier to maintain the risk for me there. Hood, massive pullback. Hood, massive pullback. 98 down to 95. I was thinking about it, but it's been on such a nice trend. HOD. It's getting obviously extended off of it, but you know, 90 when you're at 98, you kind of just feel like 100 is incoming, you know. All right, here's CORZ up at 1720. Let me just see what it's gonna do around here. I may get out of it if it's gonna hold up and over 1720. All right. All right, no more ads for me. I'm just gonna set a stop on it. 17, like 37. Yeah, shorting Euphoria definitely does that for me. I try to time the top. Can be dangerous doing that. All right, 1737 stop for me, CORZ. Manuel in the building. Good morning. How's NVIDIA treating you this morning? Yeah, hood. Man. BGLC. There you go. Fades. Good work there. PL still pulling back. Goodness gracious. Up 500 so far, Emmanuel. Excellent. On the NVIDIA. Love that. What's NVDA? What's she been looking like today? Well, you just short, or you've been shorting into it on pops. BMNR hit 60, pulling back off of 60. CLRO hit pre-market resistance, pulling back. BG. Well, today would have been the day to short the low floaters, apparently. New rule. I'm not trading the low floats, and then they all just dump. All right, Wheato looks like if all the other low floats dump, Wheato looks like it's gearing up to spike up towards some pre-market resistance. I'm avoiding it. VVOS, MLCO, PL. GPUS was good. Man, this was probably the better of the plays today. The Magic 220 area, the risk was 235. It's at $1.80. That was probably the better of the plays this morning. It's on the head and shoulders. Oh, Emmanuel's trading objectively. Nice, man. All right. Cores, good pullback off of 17. Magic 20-cent area there. 1709 is my average. So 1720, the magic area is holding up. You guys know that was an area I was monitoring over under. Put the stop a little bit above that. Let's see. Fingers crossed it holds up against that top now. The 20-cent area. Just would like it to hold up against 1720 now. It's at the previous close area and the open. So this is going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle between these areas. The open, previous close, and now 1720. The top from yesterday. So see what she does. Yeah, they can be fruitful fades. I just get reckless with them. It's really me. If I could trust myself to trade them properly, but clearly I haven't been. ATAI at a level of resistance right now. Really good area of resistance, actually. ATAI. I'm going to be smacking this one. Okay, I'm starting ATAI here. Into the 270s, I'm going to hit it again. It's popping up to a lot of pre-market resistance up here. CORZ back in the 20s. Dang it, dude. I guess I'll have to be getting out of this one. Yeah. All right. What's my order in it is at like 1737. I can maintain that. Didn't like that bounce there. All right, ATAI, I'm working this one as well. CORZ. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Bounced off that previous close. Snap. SNAP. Okay, I'm working a few right now. CRZ feels like I'm going to get stopped out of that one. Had a pretty nice bounce off of the previous close and looks like it's heading up higher here, so I'm probably getting stopped out of that one. 1737 stop, I'll leave it there. $58.50 BMNR. Top take that one. Oh no. Oh my god. Don't go on tilt mode, man. Alright. I just got stopped out of CORZ. Let me see what that is. Yeah, I lost 50 some on that. Okay, ATAI, kind of focusing on this one now. ATAI hitting a good level resistance, 270. Into the 280s, I'll smack it again. I kind of like it. Kind of like it up there. Hood. Is Hood giving us sloppy seconds? Hood double bottom off of 94. It's popping back up towards the highs. Yeah, just try to remind myself, just lose well and you will be fine. Oh, you hit your target, Emmanuel. So you're nice. Yeah, BMNR. Excellent. Hit your target. So you're about to enter the funded stage now too, huh? Very cool. Hood all the way back up to 98. GPUS 180 up to 210. Okay. GPUS. I don't mind smacking that one. ATAI. ATAI higher right now. I'm going to hit it again up here. I have a 268 average now. 500 shares. You guys know my risk. ATAI. I like this pop into all this pre-market resistance. Just went green on the day. Pretty massive climb here off of the 230 lows. Pretty much like mid 280s. I really wouldn't like too much. Okay, if this thing moves up, I'll set the stop on it. God, dude. All right, let's see. 280, 285, 286 or 7 be my stop on ATAI. $268 average, 500 shares. I'd love to hit BMNR on this pop after that death candle down, but you guys saw some of the plays yesterday. I mean, they would shoot down like this and reclaim the highs. It made absolutely 0 sense. So we're in that kind of market with these low float plays, and I just want to avoid them entirely. LMND Lemonade giving sloppy seconds, pulling back off of that. IREN straight up, 14 up to 1550. Let me take a look at IREN. IREN, I need to look at the short interest here. MG, what happened? You were so close to getting funded. What, you were like $200 away. You lost 300 today. Yeah, but you didn't give it all back. You're still making your way up there. You're still all right. That's not too bad, MG. I saw a couple plays, 12% short interest here. I saw a couple plays, MG, that I figured you were hitting this morning. This morning there were several good plays. That was like MG's all over that one. Straight up and straight down kind of moves. IREN. It's up towards this area where it's triple topped at 1590s, looking at the yearly chart. Yearly chart is coming up to a triple top area. IREN. I think I'm going to hit it, guys. Like scale into this one a little bit. back right now. Come on. This annoys me to no end when I'm about to hit something and it shoots down 15 cents. It annoys me to absolutely no end. Hang on one second, guys. What? Okay. Yeah. God dang it, dude. This is so aggravating. Tap in the resistance I have right there. Yeah, this annoys me. All right. IREN. I mean, there's still. This is how yesterday went for me. Like, I started out great, and then, these things start happening. You top tick something, like, like Fades did on BMNR, and then you're about to press the button on something else, and it starts shooting down. Yummy. All right. It just progressively gets aggravating. Okay, ATAI, I'm working a short here. It's trying to bounce. It pulled back a little bit and it's bouncing. I don't like that. Not liking that bounce right there. I may reduce the risk here on this one. It's starting to go sideways and stair stepping a little bit. Let me see. I'll reduce the risk here to like 281 if it starts climbing up from here. What's IREN at? IREN got balled up a little bit right there. Could hit it. Could hit IREN now. I'm going to hit IREN at 1559. Scale into it a little bit. ATAI. No, that one's not going to work out. It doesn't look like. Looks like a decent short up here. Really, it climbed all the way back up to a lot of this pre-market resistance. Yeah, tilted and tunneling is where accounts die. Exactly. Yeah, and it's easiest. You got to be in tune with the emotions too. Yeah, ATAI is looking like I'm about to get taken out there. Yeah, ATAI all done there. Started stair stepping, not looking too great. Right now I'm just IREN, which I do like a lot against the resistance I have mapped out. It looks pretty good. She looks pretty decent here. I may hit it again, but what I'm going to do is place a stop for now so I can look elsewhere and place it in like 1557 is my average. 30, 87, probably about 1590. 200 shares. Okay, I'm going to focus elsewhere. So far, down 2 trades on the day, but haven't married anything. Fairly happy about that. ATAI is really not too bad on a short where it is right now. Could have started it too early. Has been something I haven't been doing too well. Sizing these a little too early. Dude, that pop on GPUS was perfect. If you were here waiting for this, the spike right here up to 215, just a perfect entry. PL has been just tanking, dude. PL Planet. All right, let's see what else is moving. BGLC slowly climbing up. SYTA's popping up a little bit here. Snap getting a little juicy too. All right, SYTA and Snap. Snap coming down towards that area of support though, 920, if it's going to bounce and get another leg on up. Let me take a look at SYTA. All right, $100 risk for me, Iron. It's popping up towards 1590, which is a 52-week area up here. 1592. It is exactly that area. About to cross over $16. I'm hitting it again and having very tight risk here. I'm just going to get out of it if it doesn't start pulling back here shortly. $100 risk. Let me see over under 16 what she's going to do. Over under 16. Might take out some orders and start profit taking a little bit. If she starts holding 16, I'll be out of it. We tapped 16. I want to see if she's going to hold up and over it or start pulling back. This is a new 52-week high right there.
poison.
All right. Yeah, IREN just hit 52-week high up there, 1603. Right now it's heavy against 16. If it holds 16 up and over, I'll be getting out of it. Want to see what she's going to do. I can just set the stop on it, really. It's coming back up to 16. See what she's going to do here. I'll set the stop at 1607. Just leave that in there, IREN. All right, 1 second, guys. Okay, I see BGLC going crazy on the scanners. BGLC, what's she doing? Oh my god. Curling all the way back around. See, I'm glad I have a rule not to trade those. IREN, setting around 16 still. I'll put a 1607 stop on it. CRZZ is holding up pretty well there. BGLC, my god. And then Hood back up. HPE is a kind of a hangoverish pattern I saw that I kind of like a little bit. 2050 it hit up to, serving as some resistance, pulling back off of that. It's slowing down a lot. It's got a lot of resistance overhead. And I see it just hit the previous close, and it's actually holding up fairly well against the previous close. I like what I see there, HPE. 2050 serving as the previous close resistance. I'm monitoring that one. I just don't know. So far today has not been my day. I gotta I'm gonna have to go here in a second, guys. It's an absolute shit show at my house right now. ATAI just hit 290. 290 is pulling back off of that. ATAI 290 triple topping. Okay, there we go. Starting them a little early, aren't I? IRM pulling back a little bit. Need her to pull back some more. Okay, let's see what else is going on. WOLF. Yeah, ATAI hit 290. It's pulling back off of that. 290 so far, holding up pretty well on it. Dude, BGLC just halted up. Wicked reclaim. Yep, that is why I think I'm just avoiding that. The unpredictable nature of these things. So aggravating. So aggravating, the unpredictable nature of those. Alright, iron's back down a little bit here. What are you guys trading right now? This is LIXT, little low float play moving up. You good and safe fades? BGLC? I think you were in kind of small on it anyways, right? CLRO doing the same kind of thing, trying to reclaim CLRO. Same kind of thing there. BGLC opened up. And pulled back, continuing higher. All right. Give me a second, Mike. Just gave it a little bit back. Okay. ATAI holding up. Iron back up to 16. Guys, yeah, back up over 16. I'm gonna be done with that. It's proven to be too strong. $16.07's the stop here. There we go. All out of it. I can't get shit going today, guys. let's see. What are we working with right now? Down about 250 on the day. I cannot get any trade. That's 3 red trades. I can't get it going right now. One other play I liked is HPE against the previous close hangover. It's pulling back in a little bit. Hood popped right back up, made new highs, hit 99.18. Didn't quite make it to $100 yet. PL gave everything back. See what CLRO is doing. We got PWM, a little penny play, squeezing up right now on a ton of volume. 2 million, 3 million just came through. Kayvon XEL, potential bounce play. I see a lot of 66, low 66 support. Very low 66 support. Potential there, potential. See if that one gets down to low 66s. JMIA just squeezed up into a halt right now. JMIA. I don't see any news here. Yesterday, they opens new warehouse in Egypt to boost logistics, job creation, and digital economy. Okay. What we got working here? $520 good on JMIA. You took it at 02. Okay. You can trade on two. Oh, they allow 2 evals? Okay. 2 evals at once. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. CRZ now finally falling off the map. That's not... I hate shorting down here, dude. It's not a bad setup against the highs pulling back down to go red on the day. I'm curious where JMIA is going to open up at. I like 520 there. 61 million in the float. Not tiny. JMIA 1020. So we got a couple minutes there before that one opens up. ATAI, I'm very tempted to stab at this one again. It's really starting to slow down here. Okay. I'm going to do ATAI, but really tight. This is a single entry. Pretty much any higher, I'm out of it. Like 291 is the stop. 291 stop on it. I'm hitting it up here because it's going sideways. Volume is fading on ATAI. So I'm going to hit it up here pretty much against up and over 290s. Had a tough time getting over that. And then turning the attention to JMIA. BGLC. Alright, I need to load up JMIA because I do want to maybe size this one against 520. Alright, JMIA is going to open up here shortly. I need to slow down with the evals fades. I really shouldn't be having $300 or $400 losing days. I gotta slow it down. Just very aggravating. Alright, JMA, come on. Should be open up here any second. 1020 halt. I like the 520 area. I want to give it over under that. Probably in the 30s. If we halt up to, if we open up at like 480 to 90, I wouldn't mind that. Oh, we just opened up at like 440. Well, that's no good. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't want it at 450. See if this can pop up a little bit. Start at 454. Yeah, 454 started it. 520 is really the area I'm monitoring. We'll see what it does right here, but 520's... I'm not sure it's even going to be able to get up there after opening up lower like that. How many times have you seen a halt up and then you open up, 30, 40 cents lower? It almost feels like that's going to kill it. Let me see this thing back down to like 420. I'll take some off. I'll take some off low 430s. Out half. I'll hit it again on a pop. We'll just try to work a green trade today. Wow. A green trade incoming. Who would have thunk it? 470 opened up, and that thing just got slaughtered. XEL paying out for you, Kevon. Nice. Yep. Yep. Slow curl there. PGY. Nice. Kevon, that's a good one too. Mr. Baron in here. Yeah, good to see you in here, Baron. Yeah, yesterday had me changing all my rules, Baron. I pretty much am just not even trading the low float tickers today because of it. Like, I'm not even looking at them. Not trading them, not looking at them. I can't do it. Too erratic, like you said, makes it just too difficult. Too difficult to take the setups. Working a red day right now, though, unfortunately. Working a red day at the moment. I'm down a couple hundred. Not sure we're going to be able to work out of this either. Let me see what JMIA is going to do down here in the 20s. Might take it all. Yeah, I'll get out of all of it. All right. Yeah, down a couple hundred after fees. That's not terrible. Managing the risk fine, just not... PGY was pretty good. I wish I would have taken that with you. That one's actually decent setup. XEL still working out good. Iron, the magic 20-cent area. Lovely, Kevin. Lovely. Yeah. BGLC on the scans. What's she doing? Looking weak and then spiking up. Chipotle being a little pain. Rocket, RCT popping up. Did that just halt up? RCT? RCT, $1.60 the other day, shot straight up to 470, straight back down to the twos, and heading straight back up right now. Yeah, there might be a trade here. RCT. I mean, we have a lot of... Their earnings per share they came out with a week or two ago, they're down year over year, and they're spiking up. How cute. All right. RCT. I like the short here against pretty much Friday's resistance. I mean, this was so recent. Friday's resistance, really 420s to 30s. RCT, I need to load this one up. This could be like JMIA similarly. It may open up here any second now. To RCT. Emmanuel close. Emmanuel's close to getting this eval funded. Very cool. I'm excited for you. You gotta take a break for now. Give him back a little bit of the profits. You still taking good setups? Or you chasing the getting funded? Good job though. Good discipline. Focusing on BMNR. BMNR feels like a swing, like a short swing. If I were to even trade it, that's what I would do. I would take like I don't know, 15 shares or so and swing it against the highs. Not get lasered in on it, but just take a decent swing short. All right, RCT, when are we opening up here? 10:25, so 10-minute halt will be the next minute. I like this one against for like the mid 420 to 30 to 40, right in there. 420s or 30s to scale into it. If we can get another couple good winners, they will be all right, but a couple big losers, it'll be bad. I'm going to load up some shares here, get ready for it. RCT, what you got for us? What you got for Big Papa? ATAI is working out right now. I'm thinking about taking some off. RCT I'm monitoring though, but that one's still halted. RCT still halted. Oh, dang. What are we? Anybody got the open time on that thing? We're over 10 minutes. James, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Okay, I'm going to take half off ATAI if we... never mind. $30 seconds out on RCT. All right. RCT, what you got for us? JMIA, it halted. It opened up lower, Baron. That one actually opened up lower. Let's see where RCT is going to open up at. I'm going to short this one into the 450s. Oh. We just opened up, took a short 4. Taking a short at 4. boy. Did we just halt down? Well, did we halt down? My day just got a lot better. Oh boy. Alright. ATA, I'm going to take half off here. Oh god, my day just got a lot better. Half off ATAI. At Bolt. Oh dang, man. What happened? Guys, man, I love the green team. I love you guys so much. Today, this week has been hard. We're heading out of town. Wife's at work. I got 2 kids in here. One just ran up here. I was like, I got poison ivy on me. And gave himself a bath, and the daughter's screaming because my brother's watching her, and she's scared of him. My mind's been all over the place. Yeah, so I'm heading out of town on Thursday, and we're going to be gone taking the kids to Disney for about a week for the July 4th. So, God, I'm going to miss you guys. Keep me in the loop with how y'all are doing. Please, email me averydaytrading@gmail.com. Just keep me in the loop. Moderators, you can have the personal phone number. I want to know how you guys are doing as well over the next week. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for me. I don't like vacations. I mean, I like them all right. You know, who complains going to Disney? But my Disney's trading. You know, I'm going there for the kids. My Disney is sitting here trading. I really don't need a lot. I don't need a lot. Give me a computer and a bed. I'm good. Chased too much in pre-market. So Apple, you know, yesterday I got killed on the low float names. Fades has got a good point though. If you're trading higher risk stuff, you really need to go in smaller sizing. You really got to go in smaller sizing on the riskier plays. Maybe at Bolt, what you should do is go smaller size in pre-market because they are more risk inherently. They're more difficult to get out of those trades, you know. But if you recognize you're chasing them, you know, we know what to do. It's just about, are we going to do it? That's the main thing. We know what to do. Are we going to do it? That's the hard part about it. Because what is Bob? Are you in here? Bob was doing so well. And then broke a few rules, and then pretty much blew up. You know, we generally, Kayvon and I talk about it all the time. Kayvon's been trading 20 years, and you know, we know what to do. It's just, are you going to do it? That's the hard part. Because again, the emotions are the most difficult part in trading. Go over it all the time. It really is. It's not hard to learn the patterns and whatnot. It's just, are you going to do what you need to do in some of these trades? All the trades. Yeah, Kayvon does that all the time. I'm telling you, like, nearly every day I get my message from Kayvon saying, took it too early. And then And then I'm always asking them, why don't you just leave a piece on the table? It's difficult because some of them, they're all a little different, right? They're all a little different. Some of them, you know, you take half off and then they tank. If you're in a long, some of them you take the full position and then they just continue to grind all day. So yeah, it's tough. All right, RCT, what I'm going to do. Yeah, James, I know what to say. I know how to help traders out. It's just, are we going to do it? So once RCT opens up, I'm going to take probably 300 off. I got 500 shares here, guys. Yeah, I'm taking 300 off. ATAI is dumping. I'm going to take the rest of that off. All out ATAI. And then RCT. Let me see what she's going to do here. Take another 100 off. My average here. My average is like 520. So here's what I'm going to do. I need to do trails more often. I really do need to do trails more often. Is this a trailable ticker, though? Is my question. It fluctuates way too much. I think I'm going to trail at like 80 cents. Yeah, let me try that. Okay, so the trail's at 420 based on this, which is my stop. All right, guys, I somehow made it to green on the day. Today was kind of, this week in general, guys, I've probably heard more traders struggling this week than I have all year. This week's not been easy. I feel bad for the newer guys. It's just not been easy. But what we can make it easier. It hasn't been easy, but we can make it easier. That's the good news. And so for me, I just was trying to say, you know what, the leading low float tickers, I'm going to avoid them. The BGLC, the CLRO, I'm just going to avoid those. So, yeah, here's Keith. Good morning, Keith. So look at him. He's green, but he went green to red over and over. Green to red, red to green, red to green. That was my day yesterday too. So I know you're exhausted, Keith, because yesterday I was absolutely exhausted. So the eval, I got to take a little slower, guys. I'm up 75 unrealized on this, and then I got $100 on the day. I need to go for like that. I'm going a little too heavy on the evals. I need to go for probably $100 a day. We can get it funded in, a week and a half. I gotta slow it down. I really got to slow it down a little bit. Thankfully, today I took some good losses. I did take some good losses today. Overall, your trading success is going to be determined by how well you lose. I really believe that, by how well you lose. If you lose well, you'll do fine in trading. If you don't lose well, you're going to have a problem. Because I mean, honestly, you only need a 34% win rate, and you can be green with your trading. You only need a 34% win rate. The math works. I mean, look it up. Don't take me at my word. 34% win rate, as long as you have a 3 reward to 1 risk. You know? So, yeah, I mean, you guys have seen me. This week has been a nutcase for me. You know, it's been a lot with the summer trading, the kids out of school all putting in their all going all in on the BMNR and CLRO. It's been that kind of a week. And you guys saw, what was it yesterday? There was a ticker we were trading, and it was like, this thing just tanked, pretty much like RCT right now. It tanked, halted down, sold lower. I'm like, 90% of the time, I know this thing never reclaims. I've watched these for 10 years. I've watched these. So 90% of the time, I know these don't reclaim. And it reclaimed like immediately. Yesterday, I mean, Barron just alluded to that. Yesterday, everything was reclaiming. And anytime something looked weak, sold off. And when there's less predictability, you gotta be smart and just apply rules. So that's why I said I'm not trading these names. I'm not doing it. There's not as much predictability in these names. Can't do it. Cannot do it. The trail so far are pretty good. I like this. So it's gone down to $4. The trail, I mean, not bad. Not bad on this name. Guys, we really need to just sit here and wait and let the trades come to us, because the 2 biggest trades for me today were around 10:30 to 10:45. It was JMIA, the random pump that popped up that some chat room pumped up, and then RCT random pump with a lot of risk and resistance, with a lot of resistance overhead. So, all right, I'm going to catch up. James, I got to kind of grasp on what to do and how to trade. I do very well in the beginning and then start oversizing. Yeah, I was just talking about that too yesterday. Like, as the day progresses, I feel like yesterday I got way too loosey-goosey and I was getting annoyed. Progressively getting annoyed, and then that translated onto the trading day. You know, once you get annoyed, then you start trading annoyed. Yeah. Dink Bink, tough week. Yeah, I really think this week's been the toughest all year. I really do. I mean, I've heard of so many people blowing up this week, and personally, it's been really hard. It's been a hard week. So, survive, guys. Survive this week. And absolutely for streaming. I love streaming. Love you guys. I will do this as long as I can. The best loser wins, Keith. Absolutely. Adball. That's funny. My best winner was when my internet shut down. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I've said many times too, if I could get into a trade and go into a coma, it would probably be some of my better trades, because I get to, when day trading, I don't mind using the 1 minute time frame for getting the entry, but I feel like once you get, and I don't do this, I'm preaching to the choir, but I think it's not a bad idea once you get your entry, at least your predictable entry, to then move to a larger time frame to eliminate a lot of the noise. So move into like a 5-minute time frame, because on some of these tickers with high volatility, every individual little uptick and downtick, we oftentimes as traders, like look at this right now. What the hell is this? RCT 320 shoot up to 350. We oftentimes place way too much significance on every up and down tick, because we're sitting here staring at every up and down tick, and then it kind of clouds our judgment, and we make emotional decisions based off of that versus just trading the chart as it is like zooming out a little bit so we can see it really for what it is. See it for what it is. Now, this would be amazing if RCT reclaimed. I mean, I would just laugh. I don't think it is, but I would laugh, shut the computer down, and walk away. Yeah, the best offense really this week has been defense. So focus good defense, and the offense will take care of itself. Really focus defense. And what I mean by that, this week, it has rewarded a lot of traders to focus on the moolah. I've said it before, amateurs focus profits, day traders focus risk. When all the summer traders, they just spin the wheel and all they see is profits, they have no idea their risk before they enter the trade. You know, it may work this week, but when it doesn't work, they're blowing up. Kayvon, you got 4 positions on right now? CLRO, what did that thing just do? I'm sorry, I'm getting into a little lesson right now because I'm not, yeah, I'm probably not taking any other trades. CLRO, wow, all right, climbing back up all the way up to 15, a lot of pre-market resistance. I mean, this is a chart I like to short, but being that it's one of the leading low float tickers, I'm okay, I avoided it. I like to short these moving up towards a lot of that pre-market resistance. It made a new high on the day, and just elevator down 3 points. That's what I'm saying with the longs, guys. It may work yesterday for the longs to buy high and hope higher, but once you buy high and hope higher on something like this with no risk defined and you drop 3 points, deer in headlights, paralysis by analysis, I mean, the account's over. It's done. It's a wrap on the account. So all right, let me make sure I don't have any. My only position open is my only orders is the trailing stop. Sometimes I've had orders out and it has really messed me up. I'll set the OCO, but then I'll take half off, and then it gets up to the OCO and it thinks I still have a full position because I set the OCO for 500 shares. I take 250 off at a point in time, and now I'm buying this ticker. Okay, so traders again. Kayvon, I want to know what positions you're in. Hit me up. CLRO shot down. Yeah, made some money on that in pre-market. Yep. CLRO doing its thing. Did we just halt on? Yeah, we halted on RCT. I was like, why is this thing sitting stagnant at 366? We halted up. I'm leaving the trail on. If this thing shoots up to my trail, so be it. It's ridiculous. But other than that, guys, tomorrow I'll be here for a shorter day, probably similar to today. And then after that, I'm going to be on vacay with the fam, pretending to enjoy my time. Honey, I just want to trade. All right. If you have anything for me, guys, hit me up via email. RCT, working the trail here. Outside of that, good job, Keith. Yeah, on CLRO. Great work. Overtrading a bit, Keith. You pointed out. But try to even recognizing that when you're green's good, because most people only learn lessons once they're red. In the drawdowns, it's when the fire purifies traders trading. So I would like to know what this RCT is going to do. It would be a hilarious clip of my stream to say there's no way this thing's reclaiming and it just shoots up and reclaims. It'd be too funny. I'd like to see where this opens up at. We got just another minute, but then I gotta go. So let me know if there's any questions. I'm gonna see where she's gonna open up at. Then I'm heading out of here. So, who caught CLRO? Phase, did you catch CLRO? I just realized I cannot exit out of this trade. I can't keep the trail on because of that 1 minute halt rule. Whew, that would be bad if this trade did not count. This is the trade keeping me alive today. Mr. Eric in the building. What's going on, Eric? What strategy are you trading? Oh, Eric, that is a question that will take me a little while to unravel. Think of it like this, Eric. I trade multiple edges and hands in trading, so I give the poker analogy a lot. Like, if I see pocket pair ace trade, I'll apply a little bit more risk. I'll take the trade. If I see, if I get pockets, pretty much anything, I'll apply some risk. But there are a lot of decent edges. I trade multiple edges in trading. So, for instance, this morning there was a good one on. I didn't trade this, Eric, but I'm regretful that I didn't trade it. GPUS. Man, this damn thing has faded all day, too. So, Eric, this was a head and shoulders. Shoulders being 230s. It popped up to 220. I didn't take the short there, but I'm highly regretful about that. This thing's faded all day. So, like a head and shoulders, I'll trade. I like to trade some of these plays up towards pre-market resistance. Like, oh my God, CORZ. That's painful. I stopped out of this one at the top. CORZ is a hangover, Eric. This is in the description below. Hangover setups. These are tickers that are overbought, and I like to short them and fade them like the following day when volume's light and weak, and the only traders involved in it are pretty much bag holders that are unwinding their positions. So there's a lot. We can go over it one of these nights. Eric, we do Friday night live streams a lot. By the way, I'm going to be doing another giveaway next Friday. Probably not this Friday because I'm going to be gone. But next Friday, I'm going to be doing a giveaway of a $5,000 eval. Yeah, I should be. Again, I'm probably not even going to be able to trade till Thursday because of the vacay, but I'll do the 5,000 eval next Friday. So I'll go over what you need to do to win that. Just a comment or something, and then we'll do another random comment generator. I know, Baron. I know. It's painful. Yeah, Baron, I was telling them this week's been, from what I've seen and heard, it's been the hardest week of the year. This has been the hardest trading week for sure. I'm going to try to just get out the rest of your RCT and then call it a day. Okay, all out. All right, let me go make sure these trades counted. Okay, cool. All right, guys, we are day one of this eval, up $186. I started out with 3 red trades and then turned it on around. So 50% success rate, just lost 3, won 3, and made $186. So there we go, not marrying some of those red trades. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I need to make another 1,300 on this to get funded, though. So here are the trades today. Lost 50, lost 60, lost 120, and then made 50, 70, 318 on RCT. So RCT was the winner today. It's a decent setup. I'm ending right there though. Yeah, Eric, we can dive into it on one of these Friday nights. We'll do a Friday night live stream next Friday, and we'll talk about. I know we need it this Friday. I can't do it though, unless I'm doing it poolside in Florida. I can't do it this Friday, but I mean, hell, I can. I could probably do it. Yeah, I want you guys to keep me updated this week on how you're doing. Stay disciplined, guys. Just survive. Lose well. If you lose well, you'll be fine. Just lose well this week, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade till probably about 11 as well, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Take care. Stay safe, disciplined. We will see you in the morning.